Did you know your brain is constantly eating itself? That's right. This fascinating process is called phagocytosis, where cells take a bite out of smaller cells or molecules, enveloping and consuming them as if they were a gourmet meal. It's like your brain is hosting its very own all-you-can-eat buffet, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But don't fret, this isn't a horror movie. Phagocytosis isn't harmful. In fact, it's quite the opposite. This process helps preserve your brain, your precious gray matter. Think of phagocytosis as your brain's personal cleaning service, tidying up and removing any unwanted guests. It's a crucial part of maintaining the health and functionality of the brain, so the next time you feel like you've lost your mind, remember it's just your brain doing some housekeeping. Your brain, it turns out, is a master of self-care. Ever wondered about the eating habits of a Tyrannosaurus rex? Well, fossilized feces, or coprolites, offer a unique window into the diet of these prehistoric predators. The largest coprolite ever discovered measures over 1 foot long and holds over 2 liters in volume. This colossal piece of dino dung is believed to have been left behind by none other than a Tyrannosaurus rex. But how does this ancient excrement help scientists? Like a time capsule, coprolites can preserve undigested food particles and even microscopic organisms from the dinosaurs' era. By studying these, scientists can piece together the dietary habits of the dinosaur in question. They can identify the plants and animals that once formed part of a T-Rex's meal, and gain a deeper understanding of the ecosystem in which they lived. So even dinosaur droppings can tell a tale that's millions of years old. Do you think all creatures perceive time the same way? Imagine being a salamander, or a lizard, where the world seems to move at a leisurely pace. You see, these smaller animals actually experience time at a slower rate than larger animals, such as cats and dogs. Now you might be wondering, how is that even possible? Well, it all boils down to how quickly their brains can process incoming information. In essence, the faster an animal's brain processes information, the slower time appears to pass. It's a bit like watching a movie in slow motion. For a salamander or a lizard, their slow motion perception allows them to react to threats or opportunities more swiftly. This might be why it's so tough to swat a fly. Their brains process our actions in what seems like slow motion, giving them ample time to evade our swats. So, to a fly, our swift swats may appear to be in slow motion. Is water really wet? It's a question that might seem silly at first, but when we delve into the realm of scientific definitions, things get more intriguing. Wetness, in scientific terms, is the ability of a liquid to maintain contact with a solid surface. So, when we say something is wet, it means that water or another liquid has adhered to a surface, creating what we perceive as wetness. But water itself? It doesn't need to adhere to anything. So, while it might sound strange, water isn't technically wet. Did you ever wonder if the sun makes a sound? It turns out, our radiant star does indeed have its own voice, albeit one we can't hear. It produces sound in the form of pressure waves, much like the waves rippling from a stone tossed into a pond. Yet these solar symphonies play on a grand scale, with wavelengths measured in hundreds of miles, far beyond the reach of human hearing. So while we can't hear it, the sun is constantly singing its silent symphony,